Welcome back to Brewmatures, and today we've got not one, not two, but 4 sour beers from Tripping Animals. Let's get to it. Alright, I'm really excited to get into these beers, but first, every beer tells a story, and these guys' story is on their can. So checking them out, we have the Praying Mantis. Look at that, I've got my Trippy shirt on because we got Tripping Animals, and I felt like it was worth it for that psychedelic feel. It's a sour ale with kiwi, strawberry, and green apple. 6% alcohol, canned on 12/5/20, so very old at this point. 3 months old as the filming of this. But I had to get my hands on some of this. I finally found a liquor store that had this, and I was like, you know what, I gotta try it, gotta review it. And then these all came out at the same time, and so I was able to pick these 3 up. First up here we have Mo Skittle. This one's insane. It's a fruited ale sour with strawberry, peach, lime, passion fruit, and tangerine, 6%. This was canned on February 15th, 2021, so a lot more fresh as the filming of this. It's got the little Skittles, the mosquito, it's got all the flavors on it, beautiful canning, beautiful art. I love the art by these guys. Last time we did the IPAs, and I liked Benjamin the Elder the most, I want to say. And that was kind of a surprise for me because it was a triple IPA, and I don't usually like those. And they also had one that was, I remember being kind of a disappointment. Maybe it was too old by the time I drank it. So interested to see what we get here. You know, moving on over here, we have Hound of Hades. So we've got like a Cerberus type of dog on here. This is a sour ale with marshmallows, sweet cherry, raspberries, and boysenberry. Sounds good. Marshmallows worry me. I've had them overpower beers in the past. This is 6% alcohol again, but this is a collaboration with Mortals Brewing Company, who I think is known for sours, so I'm really interested in trying this. This is canned on February 22nd, 2021, so also fresh. Very excited to try that one out. And here we have, the name is Crazy Blue Raspberry Fanta and Ice Cream. It's a sour ale with blue raspberry, strawberry, vanilla, and milk sugar, 6% alcohol again. Also a collaboration with Urban South Brewing Company. Let me see if the others were the collaborations. I don't think they were. Yeah, not this one. And not this one. These 2 are collaborations, so that's very exciting to me. This one was canned on March 2nd, 2021. So as of the filming of this is the freshest can here. And I'm just excited to try all these. I love sours and I love fruit. And these have just got me pumped up. I love the art. This one supposedly is limited distribution, from what I was told. So I don't know if it's rare or hard to find, but if you guys can get your hands on these, I think just the flavors alone seem like they're going to be worth a try. But that's enough talking. Let's get to drinking. Welcome back. You'll notice I have my 4 taster snifter glasses here for the 4 sours, and we also have this really nice board here. This was made for my partner in Brewmatures, Rafa. Shout out to you. His father made that for us, so I'd like to give a big thank you to him. He didn't have to make this for us, you know. He's a carpenter. He did a nice little job on this. It's super solid, and it's going to be in future videos and future photos, and so it's always going to remind me of him, and I just want to say thank you very much. And today it's going to serve as a ranking board, so we have 4 beers. There's 4 slots. First place, second place, third place, fourth place, up to my subjective review here. That means it's up to my taste to determine what order these go in. This is just for fun. You know, you may have a different liking of these beers if you've tried them, and that's okay. Moving forward, we're gonna start off with Praying Mantis. I'm excited. Pouring it out. We've got golden orange color. Reminds me of maybe grapefruit juice on the nose. I'm gonna have to remind myself as I go. There's a tart smell to it. Yeah, it's that sour ale smell that I get usually from like Black Project beer. Not picking up on, maybe it's kiwi I'm getting. Maybe it's the kiwi. A little bit of strawberry on there. But it's kiwi, strawberry, and green apple, just to remind myself and you. On the palate. There's a lot going on there. Definitely sour green apple. A little bit of strawberry. And then there's a tartness that can only be the kiwi. Kiwis to me have always been very sour and tart, and that lends itself perfectly to this beer. So I'm gonna set this over here for now. It's the only beer we've tried, so it's gonna go in first. and we'll move on to the next one. All right, moving on, we got the supposedly limited distro, Mo Skittle. Let's see what the rainbow really looks like here. Alrighty. This one, let's get this back to you guys. It's another one that, a little more orange, I would say. A little more hazy, less clear than the Mantis. Let's see what the rainbow smells like. Well, that smells like if you took Skittles and put them in a beer. All those indistinct flavors melding together, but making it smell sugary, sweet, a little bit of tart smell. How about the palate? All right, lemon. Is there lemon in here? Is that what I said? There's lime. This might be an example of a beer that wanted to do too much. Yeah, I'm getting lime. All this is kind of mixing together. This is supposed to be strawberry, peach, lime, passion fruit, tangerine. I'm getting lemon. And lemon's not bad, but when I want peach and tangerine and passion fruit and these flavors that I know I love in a sour, I'm just not getting it here. I'm gonna drop this down here just because I have a feeling these are gonna taste better. Let's move on to the next one. We have Hound of Hades up next. This is the first collaboration, and I love the color scheme on this. The purple with green is beautiful. So as a reminder, this is a sour ale with marshmallows, sweet cherry, raspberries, and boysenberry. So we're expecting it to be red, and it is. Ruby red color. Let's see what happens on the nose. Nose, I'm getting the raspberry. All raspberry. Definitely sweet. Definitely reminds me of sour raspberry. And there's almost, they said blue raspberry, there's almost like a blue raspberry quality to it, so that's kind of exciting. I've had one blue raspberry beer before this. Let's see how this goes on the palate. It's interesting. It's a little tart, which is good. I expect it to be tart. They call it sour. What is that flavor? Maybe it's the boysenberry. There's a flavor in there that I'm not super familiar with. It might be the boysenberry. That's what it is. Fresh raspberry, fresh boysenberry. I'm not getting any cherry. And funnily enough, it's not creamy, and I'm not getting marshmallow flavor from the marshmallow. Maybe a tad bit at the end as you're kind of smacking your tongue against your roof of your mouth because it's kind of dry. It is a little watered down, but I do believe I like it more than this. And with that, we're gonna move on to the final beer. And that final beer is the Crazy Blue Raspberry Fanta and Ice Cream collaboration. So, this beer isn't blue, I'm gonna be let down. Okay, it's black / purple. What is happening? Okay. Yeah, that's like a gray black beer holding up to the light though. Yeah, a little bit of brown in there. This is just interesting coloring. Interesting. Reminder, blue raspberry, raspberry, strawberry, vanilla, and milk sugar. Well, it smells like candy on the nose. It's not blue, so that's not great. Let's see how it does on the palate. Wow. Definitely got some blue raspberry flavor. Maybe the milk sugar for sweetness. Ends with a little bit of vanilla. Not getting strawberry. Strawberry is easily overpowered. I've talked about that before. There's blue flecks in here. Looks like sugar. If you took Fun Dip and threw it in here. Good beer. I'm gonna throw this up here. This, however, is not my final ranking. I'm gonna sip on them a little while longer and come back with the final results. All right, so coming back very quickly, this is not the final results. Before I started sipping them, I decided to give the can a little bit of a shake and re-pour our Crazy Blue Raspberry Fanta and Ice Cream, and there's the blue. Remember to roll your cans if they have fruit in them. I, like a noob, did not. Going back to the nose, nothing different. Not much difference on the palate. Maybe a little creamier, but we got that beautiful color. Second Blue Bear, definitely like milk sugar and frothiness from however they made this. Very interesting. Now I'm gonna sip on these and come back with the final result. All right, I now present the Tripping Animals Sour Beer ranking. In fourth place, we have Mo Skittle. In third place, we have Hound of Hades. In second place, we have the Praying Mantis. And in first place, drumroll, we have Crazy Blue Raspberry Fanta and Ice Cream. Now, talking about these, fourth place here, Mo Skittle, the biggest disappointment of the bunch. You know, you're expecting to taste the rainbow on this beer with all these flavors, and really you only get lime and lemon. It's hard not to rank it fourth place, honestly. The other ones all have a little bit more depth to them, in my opinion. That being said, this is going to get a 3.5 for me on Untapped. Moving on to the Hound of Hades. It has a really strong raspberry. I would like the sweet cherry to come out a lot more. Maybe add more cherry. Cherry is a flavor that seems to get overshadowed in sours a lot, but can be the star of the show when people want it to be. Marshmallows are maybe adding a little bit of smoothness here, but they don't add a lot. I've had some others with marshmallow that add a lot more creaminess to them. Maybe want to see a little bit more of that here since you put it in. That being said, this is going to get a 4 for me on Untapped. I love the raspberry flavor in it. Moving on to the Praying Mantis. The kiwi green apple in it really overpowers the strawberry. Strawberry's subtle, but I love what I find here. This is a different tasting sour than what I'm used to, but I love it. The green apple and kiwi maybe should be used more often. Reminds me kind of like a naked drink that I've had before. Not as creamy as that, but similar flavor profile. The tartness is really good, same with the sourness. This is going to get a 4.25 for me on Untapped. Moving on once again to first place with the Crazy Blue Raspberry Fanta and Ice Cream nonsense over here. Really blueberry Jolly Rancher-ish. Has the tartness that I'm looking for when it says a tart, you know, sour ale. And really, really interesting, really, really good. You know, there's this like frothiness to it that I don't know if it comes from the milk sugar or what. The vanilla is kind of hidden. I know they said there's vanilla in it, but it's hidden to me. And I would like that to come out a little bit more than it does. That being said, blue raspberry does overpower regular raspberry, but I'm not sure how much of that just has to do with the fact that I don't think there are real blue raspberries. But if there are, let me know down in the comments below. Strawberry, once again, overpowered. But that's to be expected at this point, in my opinion, because strawberry is so subtle that unless they're going to dump, you know, maybe 3-4 times the amount of strawberries that they use now, you're not going to get that flavor in there. That's it for today's beer review. We hope to see you next time, and until then, we're the Brewmatures, trying every beer from around the world, one sip at a time.